I had initially planned to do a video outside, but it only got up to about 20 degrees by lunchtime today, so that's not happening. I had originally started doing the YouTube thing for myself to get to know me and to get to find my voice. And I think for the most part, I don't want to say I've done that, as in check that off the list, but I definitely think that I have gotten better at not only being able to speak, but knowing what I want to say before it comes out of my mouth. So not only the physical act of speaking, which I definitely had a problem with, I definitely got tongue-tied way too easily, but I think I've spent more time thinking about what it is I really want to say. Like, this kind of come across in conversations, we'll say, that I have with people, that I'm more thoughtful before I speak, instead of just jumping out with whatever and then realizing halfway through that I lost my thought process. So it has helped me with that, but it's also kind of gotten me to a point to realize kind of a little bit of who I am. I definitely am getting there, but I don't think you ever really are done learning who you are. But because I now have people watching me, and that is amazing, these people want to get to know me. And I have been thinking about, how do you know somebody? I mean, you get to know your friends over, of course, a span of years, and then there's nothing that brings people together like tragedy. How do you really get to know someone that you can't interact with? And I think that, my Q&A that I did, it is partly gearing toward trying to answer some questions and, little snippets of information about me that you previously may not have been aware of. I mean, is that really enough? If I tell you that my name is Elizabeth Ann McElwee and I was born on June 24th, 1982, and therefore I am a Cancer on the cusp of Gemini, do you now know me? If I tell you I've read probably a total of 5 books in my life, and that I've never read Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings, do you now know me? If I tell you that between those 2 movies, if I had to pick a franchise, I would easily pick Lord of the Rings 10 times out of 10. Do you now know me? If I tell you that my greatest strength is empathy, or if I tell you that I have an associate's degree in communications that I've not used since getting it, do you now know me? And at what point do I stop trying to get you to know me and just get you to interact? This is honestly kind of where my brain is right now. I don't have an answer at all. I have this little quote that I put on Tumblr once that was, you don't really know somebody until you've seen them cry and heard them fart. And I think that that's true, as much as it's funny. I think it's the idea behind it is more accurate. I don't personally believe that you can really know somebody until you've been around them for a long time. And I have made the mistake in my past where I was an open book and I shared all of myself with everyone all of the time. And Tide has taught me that that's a bad idea. It's a really bad idea. But at the same time, you have to open up at some point and let certain people in. Because if you remain closed off from that connection, then you're missing out on kind of the biggest point of life. Why we're here is to connect with people, and yeah, as much as that sucks that eventually those people leave, those connections don't. There are things that I'd like to share, but I have learned to be reserved and to not just spout out all of my heart, in the beginning of a relationship. And if we're going to consider this a relationship, we're really only 1 year in, unless, of course, you know me outside of these videos. And then really, don't take this the wrong way, but why are you here if not to get to know me? That's an honest question. When do you feel that you know somebody? Is it really just time? Or is there some sort of attribute or thing that you learn about a person that you can say, yeah, I really know that person? Because I think there are people that I've invested more time in a short amount of time, that I think that I really know those people. But then there are other people that I've known for a long period of time that I don't really know them, or maybe I did, but I don't anymore. I don't know. But I'm very curious about this, and I'm very interested in hearing other people's opinions and other people's perspectives. So if you have one of those, please share it with me, because I would like to connect with you on what it means to connect with human beings. Alright, totally meta. Okay, we'll see what happens on Thursday. Bye.